Now we have made it to the top 20, people. We are finally at the top 20 in this big ranking video. I hope you all enjoyed this ranking so far. I definitely had a blast talking about all these seasons. But now we're going to get the seasons I consider to be the true top tier seasons of Survivor, Big Brother, and Hell's Kitchen. I think most of the list is probably Survivor though, honestly, which, you know, you shouldn't be surprised, but there's always some Big Brother and some Hell's Kitchen here too, so I hope you enjoy. So let's get into talking about the main season. So, at number 20, we have the Survivor season that started off, for me at least, Survivor Gabon. This was the Survivor season that made me the Survivor fan that I am today. This was the Survivor season that made me into the fan I am today. This is the first season I watched, with my family. October favorite beer that I remember, as I was like 15 years ago, Jesus! Of when I started to watch Survivor, and I've pretty much became a super fan ever since, and for good reason. Well, again, Survivor Gabon season, that's definitely not good for everybody. It's definitely a batshit insane season. And it's definitely unlike any Survivor season. That's kind of what makes it so riveting to watch. While it may have like the top tier cast, honestly, and while it may have the top tier winner, you still get some hilarious stuff here, honestly. You get a pretty fun pre-merge with some players just kind of giving up, honestly. You know, it's like Ace was a fun pre-merge character, honestly. Marcus having an interesting downfall. Someone who pretty much was prominently edited and was probably set to be the winner. But after Phil tries bumping into the game thrown out. The whole Randy episode, that was fantastic. One of the best episodes in the show's history. Corinne's a fun series I probably shouldn't enjoy much as I did, but I do. Sugar has some moments. Bob, Susie, I love Maddie, Kenny, and Crystal, fantastic and really interesting characters, especially Crystal being an Olympian, but pretty much stuck in every challenge, and Kenny being a hero figure at one point to a villainous character. There's just so much to say that there's still so much thing I could talk about, but I think you should watch these for yourselves, but yeah. It's all, I'm not sure if whether it should be a 20, but I think how much I got back to it, and also it's about to work my first Survivor season. Like that, I was gravitated towards those type of seasons I watch for these shows. Definitely elevates to be in the top 20. Now, coming in at number 19, we have Survivor Millennials vs. Gen X, season 33. A season that I definitely have always liked and loved. And I've still not sure pitch so much to where obviously it's in the top tier category. And I've always liked when the first did honestly, well, at first it made me like really heavy with the theme of Millennials vs. Gen X. And yeah, there's not even right to the cast itself to myself for it. While maybe some not get as much edge development with Brett, Sunday, and Lucy, and maybe even Rachel. You get some also great characters. There's some great pre-merge episodes, like the whole Molly's blind side, the Vegan brought out, the whole Lucy blind side where David plays that with Jessica, and of course the whole Michaela blind side, which to be honest, or not. Then you get to an interesting episode where whole Michelle and Taylor boots, and the whole episode where Chris gets voted out, and the whole Perot tiebreaker with Jessica. And pretty much everyone has a great character and has something to do throughout the season. And of course, the two stands of season probably would be David and Adam. But like David had one of the best growth arcs in the show's history. Someone who was really scared of fire and to become one of the biggest power plays in the show's history. Like insane, honestly, if you think about it. And Adam having one of the most emotional stories that we've ever seen on Survivor. It was something that at least one of them was going to win, and I wouldn't find either one of them honestly. So I'm happy that Adam did, honestly. Got to have his my dream come true. But then also Ken and Adam are great characters. Brent Sonny still has them moments. Jay also great characters. Shock hasn't come back yet. What hasn't been come back? Seeing having a pretty emotional story throughout both of his seasons. Chris, Jessica have great interesting arcs. Taylor has a fantastic moments. The whole stealing food and everything. Yeah, everyone at least has something to do and makes for an entertaining, energetic season. And now we get to another Big Brother season coming in at number 18, and that's the first true Big Brother All-Star season, Big Brother All-Stars. Which it's not considered to be one of the best seasons of Big Brother, and honestly for a good reason. Again, one maybe some of the cast was one of the most questionable there might have been a couple of questionable choices, which and it's kind of normal for an All-Star season. It's one of those seasons that I don't think really has a dull moment, that really has a bad week or a bad moment. It has fun gameplay moments from beginning to end. Yeah, you still got really good cast honestly, some players really playing hard, some really making it pretty fun, and some really doing fantastic with their games. You get some great backdoors and blindsides with the whole Kaser, Marcellus, the whole Daniel episode, and of course the iconic Dr. Will episode. Again, this season I think Showdown easily is the show steal this season. Showdown is easily the best part of this season with their back and forths, their dominance throughout the season, and of course those phone call confessionals, which are top tier television. Erica Pine playing a much better game, becoming a much more memorable character. Janelle, being Janelle, is about easy despite the fact that she could either just about easily her best game, I would say. This plays in a pretty competition and win like 4 HOHs and 5 vetoes. And again, Chicken George is fun TV, Daniel Reyes, James, Marcellus, Howie. Easily some more fun to watch than it was in 6, despite him having some questionable moments. But yeah, it seems I don't think it drags at all, has a bad moments, and it's just really fun and entertaining from beginning to end, which definitely puts it up to the top tier. And now we go for another Big Brother Canada season. It's been a bit since we had talked about Big Brother Canada. Now we get to I think in the top 3 seasons, honestly. At number 3, at number 17, we have Big Brother Canada 9. Big Brother Canada 9, which is definitely a true return to form for Big Brother, as I don't think a lot of people were expecting this season to be as good, because the last 3 seasons were like the most well received in the world, but this brought back to what people thought the most about the season, which, while it still has some of the twists that you would expect, honestly, like, this terrible team twist that doesn't really laugh much. Again, it's not a season where I think the cast itself makes up for it. Even though this cast is probably some of the worst players to ever play Big Brother, even the winner has its pretty bad moments of gameplay. But that makes it so much fun and entertaining. Even on the pre-draw players like with Josh and Latoya and Kyle and Austin have their standout moments. Victoria has an all-time great character. Rowan has its moments. Tina has her moments. Of course, Jets and Beth have their great moments, and even though they kind of are very wishy-washy, but that makes them so entertaining. Brayden was fine, honestly, though. Tara has her moments, and Keither, fantastic. You got some great amounts of gameplay still, with the final step round being an interesting one, where they were originally going to go with a back door, and they tried to backdoor him, they even nominated him, yet they still decided to keep him for some reason. And then was the whole final 6 round, we implement someone that won the veto, but did not use it on themselves, and they end up getting evicted. Blindsides, by the way, one of the most brutal blindsides in show's history. Yeah, so Canada is crazy, but a fun, crazy season. And it definitely brought back Big Brother Canada to its roots. Yeah. Now we get to another Hell's Kitchen season. We get to my 3rd favorite Hell's Kitchen season at number 16. And that is Hell's Kitchen Season 5. Definitely one of the best classic Hell's Kitchen is always going to be some of the best seasons of the show. You have good reason, because Season 5 is fantastic. It has so many iconic moments, so many iconic services, so many iconic characters come here. Dana Paul is one of the most dominant Final 2s ever. One of the Final 2s they really had no idea who was going to win, honestly. Then it's got Ben here that had a pretty interesting back and forth throughout the season. Andrea has her moments. Robert, one of the most likable chefs there appear on the show, honestly, has a pretty emotional exit. Giovanni having one of the most crazy meltdowns in show's history, especially when he talks back like, "I'm not big fan, chef." And Ramsey basically being one of his anchors he's been, honestly. Carol having a pretty interesting downfall, where even fighting on the winning team, she ended up getting eliminated. LA, Lacey having an incredible downfall, one of the most biggest meltdowns ever. I didn't realize how bad that really was until I saw Ocean Nag did a video on the top of best Ocean meltdowns. By Ocean Abductions, check him out, he's amazing. But even the plays earlier, like Will had an interesting first Boo episode, again Jay had a pretty emotional exit. Stephen Colley makes some of the most terrible mistakes ever in the show's history. Like, oh my god. But it's one of those seasons where I don't think there's really any like down moments, any like slow points. It's going. So much fun. Well, I'm a little bit out of emotion, which is probably why people enjoy the season so much. So, yeah, it definitely belongs in the top 3 of Hell's Kitchen. And now, our own guy, this wasn't planned, but at 9:15, we got Survivor's 15th season, Survivor China. China. This game that when I first watched it, I always loved and adored it, and honestly, I still do. Honestly. And this season has a 60% catch to it. First season, I think everyone stands out, everyone has a moment to shine. And this chicken, there's an actual chicken, having a rare reaction to be voted out. Actually, rest in peace, having a fun downfall, along with Dave having a great, pretty much villain, and Leslie being, and Sharina being interesting characters, Aaron being the biggest squad player in the show's history, and being like Jamie, Eric, and PG being great underdogs and having great moments throughout. John Rivera, someone I probably should not like, but it's just a fun foil to watch throughout. James, by fact, yeah, about 2 hours, don't keep reminding us, it's a great character throughout. There's a reason why he was brought back 2 more times. Frosty is also great. Again, Denise, I've never been huge on Denise, honestly, but I still really like her. And then you got Todd, Courtney, and Amanda being brought back in future seasons. Courtney being a character that you can tell in some ways didn't want to be there, but was just so fun to watch, had so many great one-liners. And Todd playing one of the best winning games in the show's history, had the best Donald Trump performance ever. Again, great eye moments, again, fantastic blindsides, again, the whole James blindsides, but it's still being referenced, it's still one of the best moments in the show for a goddamn reason. The season that has like so many fun back and forths throughout that you just can't help but smile, while having some good emotion as well. And again, they really emphasize the whole being in China aspect so well, utilizing that in so many of the challenges, because it's a very unique season. Man, remember when I actually go to a different place, they will utilize a lot of the aspects involved in the culture? Yeah, I didn't need it, but yeah, so China, fantastic. At number 14, we get to the last Australian Survivor season on this list. And this match is the most recent season that came out earlier this year, and that is Australian Survivor Heroes vs. Villains, which is the 10th season of Australian Survivor, and again, by a landslide, the best Australian Survivor season. And one big reason is that this season pretty much fixes a majority of the issues with the previous seasons. This season literally fixes a lot of the issues with the previous Australian Survivor seasons. It fixes a lot of the pacing issues, the twist, and well, yeah, it still has that. There are also a lot of less this season than you normally would get in the Australian Survivor season, and it makes Sorcha's great TV. Again, I want to try to, and most of the time could go for like a half newbie, half turning player season, with I think only 13 newbies and 11 players, which was a weird thing. It somehow makes for great television, but again, there really isn't a slow point or dull round throughout the season. A lot of trials are pretty shocking, a lot of the votes can be pretty surprising, the whole Fraser brought out and pretty much is fantastic. And while maybe some of the pretty much characters aren't the most interesting in the world, they still have their moments. And you still get all-time great Trump councils, like the Jordy episode, the Stevie up blindside, which can't get out of nowhere, but makes for great TV. The whole Simon and George rivalry was fantastic as well. Simon was a fun pretty much character in Memphis Braun, and he was brought back and played kind of bad but still entertaining in this season. Again, this season we have great blindsides, like the whole David blindside found at 12, the Shiny blindside found 9, one of the best blindsides in recent memory. The whole Sean round, the Haley rounds, even the Sam and the Flick rounds that should be pretty boring and become so fascinating and interesting because of the different dynamics that happens throughout. And Simon's downfall was interesting, and this whole stuff on the idol was, the fake idol was fantastic. While huge on them intentionally have fake idols, I think this case where they're made for fantastic TV. Nina having a good run for the season, again, George being, once again, the show stealer. I feel like George is one of those characters that's going to steal every single season that he's in. I think as a film, this is not coming on the Australian version of Amazing Race, so it's going to be interesting how he and his sister would do. But he literally steals every single scene that he's in. He's still even more impressive with his moves on him. While it's a bit short, George is one of those characters that I'm just going to say yes to any Spider season. He's one of the players that everyone's going to love to watch. Even the final three is always great. Jerry and Matt have good moments, and Liz being and winning that I'm pretty sure nobody expected to win, honestly. Like, a win that come out as incredibly obvious, so which has also been an issue with the latest seasons starting from 2017. So that was impressive. Like I said, it fixes the majority of the issues with previous seasons. It makes for a season that is highly entertaining, has great character moments, has great back and forth. You actually know who, what alliances are going what. And while there's still a few twists honestly here and there, they aren't as objectively bad, and they actually just can make for fun TV actually, especially the whole facial one, but they end up having a media challenge, which Sam probably was going to be the boo, but he won immunity and it led to an insane jump council. So yeah, Heroes Villains is he not therefore a good reason why people definitely do remember and probably like it well, honestly. And for me, it is the best Australian Spider season that we have gotten. Now, coming in at number 13, we have Big Brother 14. And it would be funny if I had Star China 15 and Big Brother 14 at 14, but yeah, well, Big Brother 14, again, I've always thought to be one of the best Big Brother seasons, and for good reason. Big Brother 14 is fantastic. Season that has great cast to it, the coaches are great, and when they got brought back, it's fantastic. I mean, he definitely got unfortunate around basically Jody ended up getting voted out the first day of the season, but it's still been a great TV, honestly. Again, the Kara O'Reilly episode, the first week is insane. Like, damn, really just wow. But again, it's still made for great TV. Again, his eventual sportsman was great. The JoJo episode was interesting. The Almost Frank Blindside was great. Janelle Blindside was just kiss, and pretty much everything from the poster. I think it's just fantastic week after fantastic week. Especially with the final 8 round would be the whole dance funeral sequence, which is just wow, one of the best movies in the show's history and one of the best moments of Survivor. What is it, Survivor? One of the best moments of Big Brother, period. And Brittany being like blindside, and also Brittany being amazing as well. Frank, while he is a lot more likable in 18, he definitely still has fantastic TV and having a great fun run throughout the season. And I used to hate Frank honestly, but I should now enjoy him a lot more honestly. And Joe being fun, Jen being great, the whole Shane blindside is great, and even Shane's have good character points. Totally involving Danielle was interesting, and Danielle, despite the fact that she has kind of ruined relationship with production from what I gather, she's still great TV as well. And especially like Ian, honestly, especially now knowing that Ian's autistic. Well, there's a lot of points he probably couldn't vote out. I still love Ian so much. I used to not like Ian, but I gotta grow to appreciate him a lot more, honestly. But the stars, he's like Dan Giesling, who, you know, Tom won't get 3 out of 10, but he's easily one of the best people to ever play Big Brother. And for good reason. So yeah, it's constant gameplay, unpredictable gameplay, no slow points throughout the season, and makes for an awesome season. Now, coming in at number 12, we have Big Brother 20. By the landslide, probably the best modern season that we have gotten in Big Brother so far, and for good reason. Some of the most insane rounds of gameplay in Big Brother history, especially with it having the best pre-jury in the show's history. And I'm sure I'm not the only one that does agree to that. It does have the best pre-jury in the show's history, and they probably have the best modern cast in general. Probably the Big Brother 25 is probably with the most recent Big Brother season. It's probably the best cast that we have gotten in Big Brother, at least in terms of the modern era. Like, this is how you cast your season. Bring out people that are here to play, bring out people that are just, you know, going to be great characters, going to have something to offer for the season. And there's really no duds on the cast. Like, there's an episode season that I think don't have any duds on the cast, honestly. And the pre-jury, again, amazing gameplay where you get a 6-7 voter where basically Caitlyn ends up victim someone that was kind of like a fighter with Steve, kind of betraying her alliance, which was her downfall. Then she would win HOH decks and give her own ally Inspiring C, which was just Kiss. Week 3, a week that probably should have been the most uninteresting one, but you still get great moments with especially the whole Rockstar's birthday scene and the end of Victor person. The whole kill round was insane, and Sam kind of ruined his own reputation with a lot of people. Again, the Rachel vote out. What's wrong with Angela? Just amazing. Again, the pre-jury has amazing gameplay, incredible moments, quotable lines, so many awesome moments. Honestly, I want to admit that the post-jury does drag a bit, and in some ways I might kind of agree on that, honestly, which is probably why season's on the top 10. How amazing that pre-jury is, and you still get some great rounds of gameplay in the post-jury. Like the whole Bailey round was great TV, especially with her fight with Tyler. And Bailey's also a great character, and then Rockstar's like terrible Vita performance and being stupid makes for great TV as well. And Bestie basically blowing out one of his own allies. That actually does happen. And I want the Bestie second Sky rather than him. It's also the most interesting in the world. The characters do make up for it. You still get fun Brett Blindside afterwards in Double Eviction. And Sam being Sam, who is also a top tier character. I'm starting to probably enjoy Angela probably more than most people, and same with Casey. I never really consider why people thought them boring, honestly. And then you got JC, who is just one of the most hilarious people ever. And then you got Tyler, who I think is the character that people remember the most from this season, and for good reason, because he is a top tier character and a top tier player. Again, a season that has just so much greatness to offer, so much fun, so exhilarating moments that make you smile, and while having some great character moments as well. Kind of Angela having a really great showmance that, while unfortunately didn't last, was actually a showmance I actually ended up getting invested in. Amazing rounds of gameplay, amazing rounds of insane fights that happened, and you got a recipe for a fantastic season that is the best modern season that we have gotten. And now, we are getting to the season that just missed the actual top 10. There was definitely a debate, honestly, where I was going to put this season on this list, but yeah, this was a season that did miss it. And coming in at 11 is the last Survivor South Africa season we will be talking about, and that is Survivor South Africa: Return of the Outcast. Supposedly last season of South Africa, and honestly, I thought it was a perfect season to go out on, honestly. Yeah, I had an idea for an all-star season and bring it back a season where they have like pre-jury players and post-jury players. Also, I think that's like a great concept for a season actually, and also bring back like, people that made the top council. Also, I thought that was actually a pretty interesting concept actually, if I'm being honest. Well, it's definitely what to do for a first all-star season. I think it actually makes sense, honestly. I want to get some random picks here, honestly. I think they also make for a very unpredictable season that's just so entertaining. One season that you don't know what was going to happen in a lot of these rounds. Honestly, I want maybe some players that I've seen really far earlier, like with Tevin and PK and Melissa, Teresa. You still get some fun characters again. Piney still plays even worse than she did last season. Same with Tanya. Like, oh my god, Sheamus having a pretty epic fun downfall. I felt someone who thought was going to be a dominant player ends up not doing that well, unfortunately. The whole Buster Trump Council was great, interesting. Tony and Dante blind sides were great. Stephanie someone playing a much impressive game, but people caught into it and she ended up getting the boots. Meryl pretty much playing most of the same as she did last time. Honestly, T-John, well, kind of be more of a doofus this time around, was still fun to watch. Feel like somehow an impressive game, honestly, being just a multiple presses throughout. Canary, someone who basically was a goat, ended up being still fun, and the fact that they somehow stuck out right here at the final 5 was insane. Phil, all-time great character, all-time great personality. Marina, all-time great character, and also one of the most emotional stories in any season. Shane, on with his villainous streak and being a great player and also a fun presence to watch. And of course there's Dino, who was a pretty much brute in Immunity Islands, who definitely had a lot of love for the game because his paranoia ended up catching up to him, which led to his boot. And he ended up really proving it wrong, and he ended up winning this season. Again, you get a pretty unpredictable season with some great character moments, fantastic rounds of gameplay, some really interesting moments, and and he actually uses the 24 episode format. Like it does. I figure it does. I keep hearing that it does go for the 24 episode format, like Australian Survivor. And maybe had some couple episodes pretty much. The interview series runs very well, like create a lot of great camp life moments, good character moments, some really interesting surprises that makes for a pretty compelling season. And yeah, by far the best South Africa season, and honestly probably the best Survivor International season that we have gotten. Also, as it's also the last international season of Survivor we will be talking about. So yeah, returning that cast, just kiss. Okay, baby, now we're finally! Sorry, I had to do that. Finally, in the top 10 of these seasons. And there's still a lot of stars to go, but we still got a couple of Big Brothers and a couple of Hell's Kitchen seasons as well. So coming in at number 10. And I can't believe the season is already 20 years old, but at number 10 we have Survivor Pearl Islands. What can I say about the season has already been said. This is the best classic season of Survivor, and for good reason. Again, the fact that the season is 20 years old is fucking insane. And Pearl Island, I think, is still a fantastic season of Survivor. Have some of the best characters with Giant Fairplay, Rupert, and Sandra. Some of the best moments in the show's history. One of the best steeds with the pirate theme that they use so incredibly well here. Some all-time good job council. Some all-time great moments. Again, what you guys hasn't already been said about the season. It's classic for a reason. And now we get to another season of Big Brother Canada. I also been mentioned about Canada, you know. But coming in at number 9, we get to another Canada season. That is BB Can 5. A fans versus favorite season. Now, not the version that you actually would expect, which makes it a very compelling season. Honestly, again, you think that the favorites would dominate. That's how you expect in a fan versus favorite season. And we'll talk about those seasons in a bit. BB Can 5 definitely proves that wrong. Like, even the fans end up having the great moments and having their nice back and forth. Honestly, about some not pretty terrible players with Karen, they still make for great characters and fun TV. How we got most basically, how we got a couple moments where basically there were like only three returning players ended up getting voted at once. And one portion I think like 4 returning players ended up getting voted at once. Honestly, yeah, I'm not making it up. Honestly, that isn't. And also not around with 3 returning players getting voted at once, which is insane. And all of them end up playing still pretty solid games and still being great characters. You also got that backwards eviction weight that was actually pretty interesting. You got one of the best double evictions in the show's history with the whole Nana Aika vote out. Neka not being rolled because of this season because she has more like a villain here, but it still makes for great TV and one of the best moments in evictions in the show's history. I think this is where Aika becomes a more iconic character here. While she definitely was loved in Big Brother Canada 2, I think that's where Aika really shines as a character and even as a gameplay. Dre and William are great characters, Dylan has his moments, Demetrius is a great competitor against someone who actually won 5 HOHs, which is insane. Even a few vetoes along the way. Again, insane and freaking insane and freaking insane. I cry myself up sometimes. And then there's Kevin Martin, who's one of the best winners and Secret Minds in the girls' history, who really wanted to win after his time on Big Brother Canada 3, and this is a case where he pretty much like won a lot of competitions and ended up impressing everybody by doing that and won unanimously, which makes for an incredibly satisfying win. A season again is very unpredictable. It doesn't have any dull weeks, and a season that has so many incredible fights, great moments ahead. Just season from year to year that made me smile and just it's all around great. Now this day we will talk about another thing of this very season coming in at number 8, and that is Survivor Micronesia, fans versus favorites. Again, similar to the base always had, I think the season that will probably the fans would be less interesting and the favorites would be also more the big focus on. Well, that's kind of true. The fans are still regular characters, like some pretty great moments involved in the fans tribe, honestly. Some pretty insane drop councils involved in them as well. That leads to a pretty great pre-merge throughout. Some pretty insane vote outs. And one tribe basically was a lot of challenges and end up kind of paying the price for it. And this is also a season where they poverty and so cementing yourself as an icon villain like this, as an icon character. Like Parvati was kind of not the most memorable figure in Cook Islands, but this is where Parvati Shallow became the best female competitor in show's history. To the point where people would compare themselves. Where people like if you do like nowadays you do see a sexy hot woman in Survivor. A lot of people always compare them to Parvati. And for good reason, because Parvati is easy to show steal here. Amanda is also great. Serene probably plays the best game on Survivor, though fortunately just grew by the fact that we have evacuations in this season. James is still great as well. Again, there's good fans here like Natalie, Eric, Alexis. Again, the whole Eric situation. Don't need when he gives up immunity. Don't need to be on that background. Jason, honestly, having one of the best blindsides in the show's history. The last episode is great. It's just a fucking stick. You just get amazing rounds of gameplay, some incredible moments where there's no slow point, there's no dull moments throughout. Great challenge moments, great back and forth throughout. Just a season that has so many incredible iconic moments, and well, some fans end up becoming true icons as this season. It's actually getting Parvati, honestly, and even Amanda spent her legacy a little bit, and even Serene, despite people already loving her next round, this season meant as one of the best plays ever. Honestly, well, unfortunately, we're going to National Battle 3, and he's still getting one of the most fun final trials ever. So, all that makes my Ninja season I always loved when I first watched it, and I still consider it to be one of the best. Now, coming in at number 7, we get the last Big Brother US season, and that is Big Brother 10. Again, Big Brother 10 is such an iconic season of Big Brother for a good reason. There's a reason why so many people consider Big Brother 10 to be the best Big Brother season. And it proved that Big Brother should go back to more of a back-to-basics approach. Like, just people that are just there to play, that are here to cause drama, cause fights, cause chaos. And there's a reason why people consider Big Brother 10 to be the best season of Big Brother. Because of the cast. Again, you got Dan Gheesling, one of the best, probably the best play ever, makes some incredible moves throughout the season. You know, Memphis, Sherry, the whole Keisha Believer, which is I still think is the best moment in the show's history. Rennie, Ollie, April, and the nomination roulette thing was fantastic. TV, the whole fight, like, it has some of the most crazy, insane fights ever. I don't think any of the world has already been said, honestly. Yeah, there's some one season Big Brother that end up topping it. But Big Brother 10 US, I still think is an incredible season of the show. Has great characters, great blindsides, some of the best moves in the show's history. Now, coming in at number 6. A season that was very difficult to have to leave out the top 5, honestly. And now Survivor season as Survivor Heroes versus Villains. Which for the longest time was my favorite Survivor season. I'm pretty sure it still is for a lot of people, honestly. I mean, it's easily by a landslide the best returning play season that we have gotten. What makes the best use of these returning players, the one maybe is definitely sketchy on who's a villain, who's a hero. The cast easily makes up for it. Again, not really a slow point throughout the season, it's insanity from beginning to end. You got an epic 2-hour premiere that while they led to a disappointing circuit vote, you get some incredible moments in that premiere, and it never lets up, like craziness and insanity going on between all the players, even the heroes. Heroes definitely having a snapball, Randy being Randy, the whole Serene blindside was just amazing. And of course the whole Tyson Tribal Council, the Banana Egg episode, just, oh my god, that episode just, and it led to Buster Rob's downfall, Coach being Coach, Courtney being Courtney, and JT pretty much like starting the downfall of his own trajectory and legacy by giving it out to Russell Hands, and that pretty much like backfired on him because of weird reasons. Yeah, and a lot of players kind of just not doing great, but makes for it's like super entertaining TV. Of course, Sandra being Sandra, Parvati somehow make it to the end by, again, like Magnesia, being a target from the very beginning. Russell Hands again losing and being the prime example of how not to do jury management. Like, he's the prime example of how not to manage a jury. Rupert's still amazing, has good moments, and Colby's seeing his ill fortune not being like able to doing more challenges, playing storyline, and even Jerry Manty probably has her best run on Survivor. Whatever, her best game, her best character moments. This is the best we've ever seen from Jerry in Survivor. It's a season that has all-time great moments, all-time great episodes, insane gameplay, great back and forth. Again, the whole double idle plant fountain, chef's kiss. Again, it's not a dull moment all throughout the season. These are one of the most rewatchable seasons. Again, other 20 places are top on this video, not just Survivor. This is by far the best returning places. This is honestly about how to do a returning player season. Future seasons, take note for this season. But yeah, Hero vs. Villains is still a phenomenal season. They did a great job celebrating 10 years of Survivor at this point. And some of the two seasons that didn't end up topping it would be my favorite season, but Hero vs. Villains will always have a special place in my heart. It's been a long journey, but we're already in the top 5, people. And now we get to my number 5, which is a season that definitely has gone up in my rankings. I've always loved this season when I first did it, but the more I thought about it, the more I end up loving and cherishing this season. And that, my friends, is Survivor David vs. Goliath. Whatever. Yeah, David vs. Goliath is easily, by a landslide, the best modern season of Survivor that we have gotten. And I've always loved the season when it came out. I was in awe of every episode as it was airing. But the more I thought about the season, the more it just went up to where it is at being my second favorite Survivor season, which is freaking insane. And a lot of that's really thanks to the actual cast of the season. I think everyone has a stand-up moment. Well, definitely had the best luck as the past evacuation. He was still an interesting character. I think even Jessica P has her moments. Jeremy had a fun downfall this episode. B has her moments by her unfortunate quit. And Natalia had an epic and hilarious downfall where the evolution proved that you shouldn't be paranoid. That paranoia will definitely lead you to be the target. And that's what happens to Natalia. There's this Natalie Napalm, who's one of the best pre-match characters ever. Like, oh my god, she's like incredible TV. By the way, you see what Dora just done. Lisa has her moments, Elizabeth has her moments. John and Dan have incredible blindsides though. Two of the best blindsides in the show's history. Like, I'm not being shocked by the John blindside especially. Alex, someone I probably should not like as much as I did, but I did. Carl, the Godfather, again, another epic downfall, a great character. Gabby, someone whose emotional moments should come as annoying, but I ended up really relating to her. Christian is easily the best character this season, though. I loved everything about Christian. Like, he has some of the best moments in Survivor history, especially with that Fountain and Media challenge, which is just, and does where some people still want the edited version of that challenge. You know what I'm talking about, we see it. Davey, fantastic. Alton, fantastic. Kara is great. Angelina, oh my god, fucking Angelina. Definitely divisive, I guess, for sure, but definitely a unique character to survive her. And definitely a character I don't think we're ever going to see someone like this again. Honestly, she at least has some of the most infamous moments in this season, but some are pretty much just fantastic TV. You got Mike White here, honestly, and he was fantastic as well, because now he's a famous filmmaker that also appeared twice on The Amazing Race. So it was great to see him on Survivor. And the eventual winner in Nick Wilson, who I think is a satisfying winner. Someone who, I don't know, could have easily been a first spirit of his tribe, and yet he ended up staying. And staying because of the path evaluation, and he used that tool to basically do what he wanted, and he ended up winning. And I think he's a satisfying winner. Season again, it's filled with so many great moments, so many grand scale moments, so many just, like, every episode has something to offer. Again, it has definitely the best modern cast in the show's history that has so many iconic characters that, if we do eventually get a returning places, some of us hope we see them return, though it's very unlikely at this point, unfortunately. But all in all, David vs. Goliath, and even the demon itself works very well, honestly. Honestly, it makes for some really comparing narratives throughout, some great back and forths throughout. Just a season that's just why I love Survivor. It has incredible characters, fantastic moments, just so much to love about the season, so that's why it is in the top 5. And now we get to the second to last Hell's Kitchen season, which, spoiler, my top 3 are basically my favorite season from Hell's Kitchen, Big Brother, and Survivor. So coming in number 4, I debated, honestly, like truthfully, I debated for the longest time for which Hell's Kitchen season is my favorite, honestly. I sincerely debated for so goddamn long, honestly. Like, I truly did, honestly. But in the end, at number 4, I end up going with season 12. Season 12 is honestly probably the most unpredictable season of Hell's Kitchen, honestly. But I like season 15, well, some make defense of it because of it having a terrible cast. Maybe some that don't like it. Season 12 is definitely a different story because you get a pretty much very likable cast. Like, obviously, give them villains and everything, but they're still pretty fun, honestly. And you get some incredible dinner service, especially the open night dinner service. That's my lord, a dinner service where no food was ever served. That is fucking insane. Like, Jesus. That's rare to see in Hell's. That's wow. And not only good because you get great dinner service with some great characters. You can grow up with the single thing as food. Nicole being one of those passionate people out there. Simone being Simone. Mike being just a lazy fuck that surprised you made some fucking, you know, where he was. DeMarco, Chris, Beth, Vebs, Jessica, rest in peace. Like, you get some great characters here. Even people that you would expect to actually make a dominant run, like Anton, ended up having a major downfall to the point where he didn't even make it to the Black Jackets. That is insane. Even people like Sandra, who I should find annoying, ended up becoming pretty entertaining throughout. Richard even has his moments, Ralph, Gabriel, and the final 6 itself are just fantastic characters. Again, Keisha being one of the most insanely firecracking characters. Honestly, it counts as Shashi being beautiful all-stars. Joy having a terrible premiere, but managed to have a great setback and having a fantastic moment. Fantastic redemption arc throughout the season, which you end up improving yourself so much and winning a lot of challenges. You receiving the first Black Jacket, only for making one mistake in the fish, and end up quitting the entire season at the final 5. Which I still think is maybe the best moment in Hell's Kitchen, in my opinion. I'm dead serious. Honestly, for good reason. And Rochelle is probably one of the most nicest people ever. Again, people can't say she's the female version of Sterling, and I testify that. Melanie even has her moments. And then you got Jason, who was someone that was medically evacuated in the first episode of season 9, and he ended up returning, and he ended up having a great dominant run throughout the season, being a very likable person. While you may have like asshole moments, you still can't help but just love the guy. And then there's Scott, who has arguably the biggest, somehow probably beats Tennille in season 6 as the biggest underdog run in the show's history. Someone who was nominated, no joke, 7 times throughout the season. 7 times! And yet he somehow ends up actually winning the season, which is insane. Okay, well, he may have a kind of a quiet few episodes. One thing I was trying to get up, but just really enjoy the guy, honestly. Even through his mistakes throughout the season, you can't have a root for the guy. Which makes it a satisfying win. At least there's some insane dinner services. Probably also the best, probably finale service in the show's history. Debatably, honestly. Some great character moments, some insane fights that happen, some crazy betrayal moments, like insane moments happen throughout the season. And for a long time, this season was my number 1, honestly. I always maybe know between this season and my other one, after that one, because I think for some reasons I'll get into, but I feel like season 12 is a top tier season and has some of the best moments to appear on Hell's Kitchen. Okay, folks, now we're in the top 3. In case you can tell, my top 3 are basically my favorite season from Survivor, favorite season of Big Brother, and my favorite season of Hell's Kitchen. And it was a tight race, honestly. Probably the toughest one I had to do, honestly. Honestly, I can look at any reason. Like, there's a lot of reasons why my number 3 could be my number 1, why my number 2 could be my number 1, honestly. Like, it's a tight horse race, honestly. Because I pretty much think all these are amazing for similar and different reasons. But at number 3, we have the end of talking about Hell's Kitchen with my favorite Hell's Kitchen season, that is season 6. And I think originally I had season 12 at number 1, but when I looked back at season 6, I was like, yeah, like, I had to put season 6 my favorite, honestly. Like, it probably is that, like, there's a reason, like, there is a true reason why season 6 is the definitive Hell's Kitchen season. There's a reason why people absolutely adore season 6 of Hell's Kitchen, and why people would say this is part of the Hell's Kitchen season to watch if you want to get into the show, which, honestly, I agree on. So this is the perfect reason that'll get you into the graces of Gordon Ramsay, all the crazy dinner service that they'll go through, honestly. I mean, that's the first iconic moment with Joseph at Melinkus and Joseph literally trying to fight Gordon Ramsay. And like, whether that was did or not is a question for another day, but that is an iconic reality moment. And the season is really filled with so many of those moments. Again, having like the final two contestants basically have injuries throughout most of the season, and they end up prevailing at round 2. Someone having the true first underdog comeback run in the show's history with Tennille, having some insanely terrible dinner services with sometimes really just like some of the worst mistakes out there, while having some good heart to it, some very likable contestants throughout, some insane personalities, but again, very likable people throughout the season. Yeah, I don't even say why season 6 is. Again, this is the true definitive Hell's Kitchen season for a goddamn reason. It has so many incredible moments, an incredible cast, great heroes, great villains, great storylines, just all in one incredible package. Again, I originally had season 12 my number 1, honestly, for the longest time. But the more I thought about it, honestly, the more I'm like, yeah, it's really obvious, but I mean, there's a reason why season 6 is still to be the best. Because it is! Yes. And now we get to what I consider to be the best Big Brother season, honestly, which I definitely debated for a bit, honestly. Originally, I did have Big Brother 10 US as my favorite. Honestly, it is part of the definitive Big Brother season as the best. And this is the season that came out last year, but the more I thought about it, the more I'm like, yeah, this is the season I really have not stopped thinking about, honestly. So in the end, I am having to put Big Brother Canada 10 as my personal favorite season of Big Brother. Again, another season that's pretty much physical cats on. Like I said, say what you will about Big Brother Canada is that they know how. Is that aside from a few exceptions, they know how to nail their cast. They know how to let people that actually are there to play. People that weren't doing good moves or bad moves are there to play. They're there to actually really want to be there, and you get an incredible cast of characters. Well, maybe a couple of another interesting ones were Melina and Stephanie, but everyone else is just, even though they do have their moments, and everyone else is just top tier characters across the board. Of course, there was no one being the winner himself, Kevin Jacobs, who is definitely going to be my favorite Big Brother player of all time. I am dead fucking serious. The first winner since Dr. Will in season 2 to win the season without winning any HOH, which is insane. A master manipulator, and while maybe sometimes just gives way, he's able to actually get out of a bad situation, is able to really maneuver so greatly throughout the season. And it's just something that you just can't help but laugh and love throughout the entire season. And you got another great cast again, like Jay, and there's got Kyle, who's someone that was greatly positioned, but ended up having one of the worst HOH reigns ever, which led to his ally Gino actually evicting him the next week. We're just saying, people like that should just have their fun downfalls. Herman was just fantastic personality throughout, and even same with Moose, honestly, and even Gino, one of the most interesting personalities in the world, at least has his moments. And his epic downfall was also fantastic. Marty was just, oh my god, Marty. Oh my god, Marty. Oh my god. Talk about a disastrous gameplay throughout, and he was so much fun to watch. Summer was also great. JC Lynn has some good moments. Helena, Betty, Josh, like everyone stands out. And you get some fantastic weeks. Honestly, we took the final 8 round, which I think I did mention as the best week at Big Brother Canada in my top 10 Big Brother Canada weeks video. And I still stand by that. The whole gummy bear, Marty having to choose Natalie over gummy bears was just, this is like, these are like, I say it, these are the moments I live for when watching Big Brother. But you also get some genuine character moments, you get some great back and forth, some hilarious sequences. Which I think in that same way where Kevin tried to self-evict, which was incredible TV to watch. There's true emotion, great back and forth between all the players. It's just, this season on Big Brother 10 is all I want in a Big Brother season. Great gameplay, great characters, fantastic moves, great blindsides. As well as the moves that make good or bad, as long as they make for amazing TV, is great. And aside from, of course, that safety chain thing, which I think is actually an interesting twist, actually, there's really much like huge twist that haven't thrown, honestly. But thanks again for incredible TV. I'm like, we drag on, like, even in the endgame portion, which some seasons people I think they kind of slow down, it's still insane, honestly. So it's still insane, incredible gameplay throughout. So all in all, Big Brother Canada 10, I think it's just top tier television. And it's top tier Big Brother, honestly. After much debate, it is my personal favorite Big Brother Canada season, and it is at number 2 on this rank. But now we get to the Big Brother, to the number 1 best season, which obviously is a Survivor season. A season that season out of 131. A huge record of breaking every Survivor, Big Brother, and Hell's Kitchen season. My number 1 favorite Big Brother season. My number 1 favorite season out of all these seasons is Survivor Cagayan. Cagayan. Funny thing is, I didn't even love this season when it first did, honestly. I don't know why, I just wasn't as best as I originally wanted to be. And funny enough, I remember, despite the fact that I think Tony's the best player of all time, I used to hate Tony, honestly, because in the weird stable, I was kind of like a Russell hates moment. I thought he was played exactly like him. It was like, oh, no, Russell, ripoff. I don't know why I was always thinking that for a time and thought he was not going to win, and then, because he played the sim against Russell, and yet he won. I was like, he played this against Russell, like, why did he win? I'm confused. Yeah, I know I was way weird, honestly, but obviously as time went on, I got to grow and appreciate this season more often. To obviously, it is number 1 on this ranking, honestly. Again, similar to what I think season 6, the definitive season of Hell's Kitchen, Big Brother Canada 10, I think the definitive season of Big Brother, in my opinion. Survivor Cagayan is the definitive season of Survivor. This season has everything I love about Survivor in a nutshell. Like, you got probably the best, basically the best premiere of the season, where basically got the brains trying to be a total disaster, and especially Tia like dumping the rice and somehow kept him by Garrett, which was insane. You also got Bryce, who I think is a top tier premium character, and same with Tia. The epic Cliff blindside, which led to Lindsay leaving because she didn't want to kill Trish. And you get kind of fun like the blindside as well. I think at the whole serial is seeing the blindside, which I think is really the best blindside and the best travel countdown, probably the best moment in Survivor history. What is the definition of trying not to be not letting the swing valve vote get to your head? Because that's what happened to Sarah Rosina, honestly, which Kath ended up voting against her, and it led to some incredible moves and just amazing moments. And the season does a lot of there, honestly. What it may seem like Tommy Kong at points. Tony, it's pretty much Tony is what makes the season. And why? It's funny I used to him because he's definitely the best character of the season. Probably the best character we have ever gotten on Survivor, with his vanilla gameplay, his back and forth between a lot of people. Dr. Llama. His back and forth between a lot of the players throughout the season. His back and forth flipping, and some people still trust him. Judge on gameplay, and somehow make it to the end. Yeah, and you also got other characters too. Again, LJ, Morgan, Sarah, Alexis, Cliff, Tia, Jeremiah, Jeffra. There isn't really a dud on this cast, honestly. Like, nope, duds at all, honestly. Which is kind of insane, but there really isn't any duds on this cast. Like, no duds on the cast. Honestly. Yeah, Tasha's great as well, and Trish, I fucking love Trish so much. Spencer, fantastic TV, Cass. Chaos Cast for good reason, of course, that kind of one will woo, and very honorable guy ends up putting outcast to take Tony, which kind of led to his loss. Tony just being Tony, and somehow end up winning, which makes for a definitive end to the season. But also sometimes on the way, still having great character moments, fantastic blindsides, great campfire sequences. Yeah. This season, in a fucking nutshell, has everything I love about Survivor. And while there's definitely a lot of seasons that have gone through that have moments that maybe way less Survivor, this one season where I think from beginning to end, more true than any other season, is the reason why I love Survivor. And for that reason, it is my #1 favorite season out of any of these seasons. And my personal favorite Survivor season. Whew, well guys, I hope you enjoyed that big ranking video. That was actually a lot of fun to do, honestly, talking about all of these seasons of the show. I hope you enjoy me breaking every season, and I'm sure, as like I mentioned, like, you know, Survivor 45 is airing, actually my Big Brother 25, honestly, and I mean at some point, and I'll definitely let you guys know like where the season will actually end up on the ranking once it ends, honestly. But I they probably do like after like Survivor 40 Big Brother, honestly, but at the same time it's like, I mean, it's more seasons anyway, so I think I just do it now since now I'm 8 years on YouTube. By the way, thank you guys for 8 years on YouTube, honestly. I don't know why I kind of been feeling down about YouTube for a while, honestly, mostly because of, you know, YouTube kind of showed the algorithm sometimes, honestly, and sometimes I don't know if people actually enjoy my videos, but a couple of friends once told me, referred me, and I do know that some people do watch my videos, and I'm sure people actually do love my. I'm sure I'm probably am someone's favorite YouTuber. You know, sound like it, but I am, and I'm reminded of why I'm doing this for fun, and because I enjoy talking about these type of content with you guys. I do have a lot more videos, and I do plan still doing that best of series, honestly, and after I finish with that, it is mainly just going to be again singing videos and tier list videos from here on out. Those are content I'm going to be doing from right now, honestly, and a lot of rankings I'm going to do will be set to shorts, honestly. This is so I won't end up like burn myself out of videos, so I hope you understand that. But as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I truly honestly appreciate it. Thank you all so much for 8 years. Hope you all enjoyed this big ranking. I'd love to know what are your favorite seasons from these shows down below in the comment section. I am Sam World from Sam World Productions. I will see you next time, as always. Stay cool, everybody. Peace.